Hello everybody, it's Bacon Donut here, back with another episode of Sky Factory Tutorializations or something. Anyway, if you want to know more about Sky Factory, the mod pack that I created, go back and watch episode 1. That'll show you what it is and how to get it. And today we are continuing our talk about Dartcraft. It's a complex mod that is very important to how Sky Factory works. So we're going through it bit by bit, and we are covering a new tier. And in this tier of Dartcraftery, you need a spider eye. And so I wanted to show you that quickly. I think you can get spider eyes from the spoils bags. But another thing to keep in mind, spiders are not gonna spawn on this one that we built because it's 2 blocks wide. So if you want to get spiders in your mob farm, you need to make it wider. I think 3 blocks would do. I made this next one here 4 wide. It's exactly the same as this other one. It's just a little bit wider. I don't like to make them that large in the early game most of the time, because if you kill them in there, you might not be able to pick up the things that they drop. The loot might be stuck in the middle, and you might have to actually open up the box in order to get in there, if you know what I mean. So that's why I like to make it 2 blocks wide, because I'm always going to be able to get at the loot from one side or the other and pick it up. But of course, that's not an issue once you have these vacuum hoppers. Once you have the vacuum hoppers that can pull the stuff in, it's not as big a deal, and you could actually widen the thing, and once you got it 3 blocks wide, spiders will spawn in here. There's no spiders in there in the moment, but trust me, it works. I've already seen one in there. I also wanted to show you, I have done nothing to this ink farm. It's just been sitting here as I've been making all these episodes, and look at how much loot we have in here. It's crazy. And it is confirmed that squid drop spoils back, so that's interesting. I didn't know that before I started this video series. Another thing I wanted to show you was this thing, how this is coming along. Look at that. We are actually at 5 million, almost 6 million cobblestone from this guy. And did we ever check that off? I think we did. Yeah, right there. So we are officially confirmed over 1 million cobble. Okay, so let's take a look at this tier. So that's 2 ways that you can get spider eyes. Oh, there's a spider in there now. Nice. Also, right. Anyway, let's just get into this. Okay, info. All right. So first thing here is the golden power source. I've already shown you how to make those. You just cook the forest logs, no big deal, and that actually will get you the equivalent of. Well, it puts flame on weapons. So do we have an unenchanted one here? Boom. There we go. And let's grab a golden power source. And what else is in this tier? We have the golden power, the spider eye, and that storage upgrade. So I'll get that in a minute. I'll go ahead and put the spider eye, because both of these things here can be on a weapon. Plop, plop. There we go. Hit go. And just like that, we have a heat sword that also has Bane. So let me explain that. Heat comes from the golden power source. Basically, monsters are going to catch on fire if you swing it around. You can also put heat on an axe to automatically get charcoal when you chop down the trees, and you can put it on the pickaxes to automatically cook the ores when you mine them, all that sorts of stuff. And Bane comes from the spider eye. That's basically Bane of arthropods, so anti-spider sword right there. And as you can see, that completed both that one and that one. Nice. So we're almost done. We just have this one left. Pretty simple. And let's grab that. So that is this guy right here, the storage unit upgrade. Okay, but what's a storage unit, you might ask? It's this thing right here. Gray storage unit. I'm gonna look this up for you. Storage. This is the chest that comes from Dartcraft. Very simple to make. You can make these early game if you want to. Cobble and smooth stone is all it takes. And let's put one of these down and show you. How about right here? Boom. There we go. Look at that. That thing is huge. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's that big because I spawned it in creative. Normally, yeah, there it is. It says tier max 108. So that's what it looks like fully upgraded. It's not going to be this large right off the box. It's only going to be a little bit of slots. And so this upgrade right here is how you get that. So let's go ahead and grab the components here. So some stone, some cobble. Oh, stop. Get out of there. There we go. And then crafting table here. Cobble like that. And stone like that. And there's a storage unit. And this one is unupgraded. Boom, look at that. 3 rows. So basically the size of a normal chest to begin with. And so if we take this guy, this one right here is the unupgraded one. Put that in here with this storage unit upgrade, enchant it, and then we'll get a slightly larger one. And so let's look at the upgrade. It's right here. Also very simple. Stone, chest, and force ingots gets you the upgrade. And so now if you look at it, it's there 0 out of 54. Put that down. It's now twice as large as it was before. And in a similar way to the force pack, that will be the only time that you can upgrade it for now until you get farther along on your progress on the infuser. At tier 6, we could put 1 more. Tier 7, we can put 1 more, and that would get you this this size. And now that's not the only thing that you can do with these. Now let's see here. I'm currently in survival, so let me toss some stuff in here, and then I'm gonna break this. Look at 7 out of 54. Did you see what just happened there? I broke the chest. The contents are still inside of it. How amazing is that? It doesn't spill its contents when you break the thing. You might also notice that I just broke it with my fist. That's a feature I didn't mention about the Dartcraft armor. When you have Dartcraft armor, your hands are multi-tools, right? So I can actually mine cobble and all sorts of things with my bare hands now. See that? I'm in survival, I'm punching it with my fist, and it's just as if I had a pickaxe. So your hands are shovels and axes and pickaxes all together. It's not a hoe. You can't actually till the ground with your bare hand, but basically you can break things. And when you have that speed upgrade, you can break things even faster with your bare hands. So that's the storage unit, and if you look, we are now completely done with that tier. We're now tier 5, and look at that. That guy right there is what's going to enable us to fly. So that's coming up. That'll be next episode. But before we wrap up, I want to show you these 2 that we haven't done yet. This crafting table and the furnace. So these are optional. You don't have to do it, but they're amazing, especially the crafting table one. And that's what I've got in my inventory right here. These are called item cards. Super handy, and I'm going to show you how they work. So if you take one here, let's look up the recipe. Item card right there. Boom. Pretty simple to make. You just need red dye, blue dye, a force ingot, and some paper. Not too bad, especially once you have a grass area like we created for the animals over there. Bone meal that a bit, you'll get red flowers, no problem. And lapis you can get from sifting. That'll get you the blue dye. All right, so let's see what happens when we right click. Boom. It comes up with this little inventory thing. Now this is not storage. You're not going to store items in here. This is basically where we tell it what items we want the card to do stuff with. And then if you shift right click, you get this interface, and that's basically to give it a name. So let me demonstrate what this is about. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab some stacks of cobble, and we're going to teach this item card how to do some stuff with cobble. So I'm going to shift right click. We're going to call this compressed cobble right there. And if you mouse over it, now you see that's what it's called, compressed cobble. Nice. So far, so good. And now we're going to shift right click. No. Right click, not shift right click. We're going to right click to bring up this interface, and we're going to take cobble and put it right there. I just left click and it put a piece of cobblestone there. Now watch this. I'm going to right click on that cobble and I get this little up arrow. Okay, so that is basically giving the item card an instruction, and that instruction is to automatically pick up cobblestone. The item card will work in two places. These chests, the storage units, or the force packs, which we made before. Where did I put that? Is it one of these somewhere? No. No. Ah, crap. I don't know where I put it. Fine, let's just spawn in another one. Force pack. Let's just grab both here. All right. And upgrade it quick. Boom, boom. Just so we have a little more room to work with. Okay, so we have our force pack, and we're going to take this compressed cobble, because if you remember, we shift right click to name it, right click to do that, told it cobblestone, the up arrow, and that's going to tell it to pick it up. So the force pack is actual storage, right? Let's take that guy and put it in there. And so now what this is going to do, it's teaching our force pack to pick up cobblestone. So anytime we're out and about, let's get into normal survival, and let's say we had a chest with some cobble in it, and then we picked it up. Oh wait, no, that didn't work. Let's say we're mining. Let's just kick it off like this, right? And then we pick up the cobble. Look at that. There's no cobble in my inventory. Where did it go? It's inside the force pack. It automatically picked it up. And you can do that with anything. So say you're about to go farm wool and get a whole bunch of wool. Well, just put an item card in the force pack and your bag is going to automatically pick it up. If you're out mining somewhere, all of that sort of stuff, the item card is where it's at. All right, so that's one thing you can do. But what about this enchantment, right? If you remember, the enchantment that we haven't done is this crafting table. So let me go ahead and grab a crafting table, like so. And I'm going to get the item card out of here and put it in here. And we're going to infuse it with a crafting table, like that. And so now it basically becomes a crafting card. It's still called compressed cobble though. And so we're going to right click on it, and you see the interface is completely changed now. It's no longer those two rows of items. Now it looks like a crafting table. Well, since we got rid of our cobble here, let's get the cobble back here. Boom. And now I'm going to right click and check this out. You may not be aware, but in Sky Factory, there is a mod that lets you make compressed cobblestone. 9 cobble in a crafting table equals 1 compressed cobble. Very useful stuff for saving storage space. And if you remember, we've got a deep storage unit with like 6 million cobble in it right now. It would take a lot less storage space from your chests if you were to compress it first. Well, now we're going to teach this thing not only this crafting recipe, but also to pick up cobble. We're going to put this in the force pack. And now, when we pick up cobblestone, you hear that? That noise means that it's performing a crafting operation. And so if we look in the bag now, look at that, 35 compressed cobblestone. Pretty cool. And there's a couple pieces left over, and that's because it hasn't gotten all the way up to 9 yet. And so if we were to toss out 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pick those up, boom, then now we have an even number. There we go. Now, the reason it's not picking up this is because it doesn't work on stuff that's already in your inventory. It has to go through the process of picking it up. And that's why if I toss it out and then pick it up, boom, it gets compressed. So there you go. And it works in the force pack as well as in these chests. And so what we can do if we get ourselves a pick, let's just break this thing. Remember, we didn't just lose the cobblestone. It's still in there. So we can pick that up and we can move it to somewhere else. Let's replace that with one of these storage chests. And as you can see, it's now starting to fill up with cobble. Well, what if we were to take that item card? Oh, we just got ourselves... never mind. Anyway, let's put the item card in there. Do you see this? You see what's happening now? The pipes are automatically putting the cobble in there from the cobble gen, and this item card is automatically compressing it. How sweet is that? And so that's going to fill up before too long. So let's get ourselves another crafting table. And let's make another one of these. Like that. Boom. And let's take one of these compressed cobble. And we're going to call this double compressed. Save. Now right click, and we're going to do the same recipe, but with compressed cobble instead of normal cobble. And this is going to teach it double compressed. So teach that to pick it up. Now that's done. Now I go over to the chest, put this item card in too, and now it does both. The first one compresses the cobble into compressed cobble. The second one compresses the compressed into double compressed. And I could repeat that. I could have 6 of these and go all the way down the line, all the way to octuple compressed cobble if we wanted to go that far. And then you would be able to just stand back, and eventually you would have an octuple compressed cobblestone in this chest. And of course you can do the same thing in your force pack as well. Pretty darn cool. And so then that just leaves the other one, this furnace upgrade. It works pretty much exactly the same way. You just take a furnace and infuse a item card with it. And that one is a little trickier to explain, and it's not even super useful. Basically, if you've ever used the unifier from MFR or the Forge Lexicon, it's kind of like that. It allows you to convert items to other items of similar types, such as gas tiers and the tiers from Dartcraft. Using the same sort of item card magic stuff, you can convert them to the other types. Not something you're going to need to do very often, but it's there. Google it if you want more information. But that is how you do both of those enchantments. We've completed the tier, and next time we're going to make a new set of armor and actually be able to fly, and we're going to show you a way to upgrade force rods to get some cool stuff. It's gonna be great. So I can't wait to see you then. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the lick button. The lick button? There's not a lick button. Lick the like button. It's amazing the difference that one letter can make. And subscribe if you like these tutorials. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/bacon_donut, or follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/bacondonut.tv. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll check you out next time. No, you're gonna check me out next time. Wait, no, you're probably just gonna watch. I don't know, goodbye.